I'm Jennifer Rothschild. Welcome to this month's Women's Ministry Video Devotional. I'm really glad you're with me. And I want you to come with me today to the empty tomb, because that's where we're going to learn something about women's ministry. And here's the deal. If you're not in women's ministry in official capacity, that's all right, because what we're going to learn at the empty tomb relates to every relationship you have, especially your relationships with women. So let's go and see how the rabbi related to Mary Magdalene at the tomb and learn 4 things about how to minister to women. The first is this: we are to approach women with gentleness and respect. Now suppose you heard someone call you and they did it this way. Woman, it's time for dinner. Or, woman, did you pick up the dry cleaning? Chances are, in this culture, in this day and age, you would not feel very respected, and that wouldn't seem very gentle, and rightly so. But in Jesus' day, he used the word woman as a term of respect. In fact, he called his own mother woman, both in Cana and when he spoke to her from the cross. It was as if he were saying lady or ma'am. It was very gentle and respectful, and that's exactly how he spoke to Mary Magdalene at the tomb. He called her woman. Now, Mary Magdalene was not a woman that a religious person might think deserved respect, because you see, she came from Magdala, which was a town with a very shady reputation of vice and violence. She had also once been possessed by 7 demons that Jesus delivered her from. But regardless of the place that a woman is in her life, regardless of where she's come from, Jesus sets the standard that we are always to approach her with gentleness and respect. The second thing Jesus did is he acknowledged her feelings and her situation. He said, "Woman, why are you weeping?" What a brilliant way to get into a woman's life and acknowledge her feelings and situation. You see, before you can ever present her with truth or life change, you've got to acknowledge how she's feeling and what her life situation is. And in doing so, you're able to gain entry into her life to minister to her and to lead her to truth. Jesus first acknowledged her feelings. Woman, why are you weeping? Woman, why are you in despair? Woman, I know your marriage is failing. Tell me why you feel so bitter and angry right now. As you ask women questions, rather than simply telling them truth, you treat them in such a way that they feel acknowledged. And when you acknowledge a woman, then you have the right to minister to her and to speak truth to her, just like Jesus did. The third thing that Jesus did, after he had first approached her with gentleness and then acknowledged her feelings and situations, then he asked her a question that led her to truth. And that's our goal also. You see, Jesus said, "Woman, why are you weeping?" And then he asked this question: "Whom are you seeking?" I love that question, because no matter where a woman is in her life, no matter what she's dealing with, no matter how she's feeling, when you ask that kind of question, "Woman, whom are you seeking?" no matter what her response, ultimately the answer will be the same. You know what she's seeking? She's seeking the living God. She's seeking the truth that her hope has not been buried in the tomb of despair. She is seeking Jesus, just like Mary Magdalene was. So ask a woman questions that get to the main issue in her life. What are you really looking for? She may say, I'm looking for relief from my sorrow. I'm looking for deliverance from this illness. I'm looking for financial relief. But what she's really seeking is God. So keep asking her the poignant, life-drawing, life-giving questions that will lead her to acknowledge what she really needs in life is God. The fourth thing that Jesus did when he related to Mary Magdalene at the tomb is that he offered her an intimate and personal connection. That's what women really need from you and from God. You see, Jesus originally approached her with the word woman. Though it was gentle and respectful, it was not as intimate as when he called her actual name, Mary. You see, those tears of despair that she had been crying, thinking that someone had taken her Lord, she heard the name Mary spoken from a man she thought was the gardener, and suddenly she realized it was Jesus. It was the one she had been seeking, and those tears of despair turned to tears of astonishment when she realized her name was spoken by the one she loved most. It was an intimate expression that Jesus knew her, and that's what women need. They need to know that they are known by you and they are known by God, intimately and personally connected. That means you need to be willing to be honest and connected and vulnerable with a woman so that she knows she is known by God and known by you. You know what the result was? Mary immediately wanted to cling to Jesus, and don't we all? But Jesus said, "Go and tell." And when a woman knows that she is accepted by God, loved by him, redeemed by him, her response too will be just like Mary Magdalene's, to go and tell. And when you and I realize the great deliverer who we've encountered at the empty tomb, our response too will be to go and tell. I hope that you realize your very significant place in the heart and mind of Jesus. You know, he could have appeared as his first appearance from his resurrection to anybody. And he chose a woman, and not just any woman. A woman who might not have had the reputation or the religious standing that one would have expected. I love that about Jesus, and I hope you take that in today and you realize how very esteemed you are by God. If you're sitting with a group of friends, why don't you just talk about that? When's the last time you stood at the empty tomb with the rabbi? When's the last time where you really felt like he taught you something about himself? And then discuss with your friends the 4 ways to approach women in ministry. And ask each other, how can we help each other be the kind of women's minister that Jesus was? God bless you today. And if you view this video before Easter, I pray that this few days leading up to Easter and then the celebration day where we all acknowledge and celebrate and thank God for the resurrection is a peaceful, purposeful, and beautiful time for you. We appreciate and love you here at womensministry.net and hope you will keep coming to the website and connecting with other women because we love you and we need you. God bless you.